So friends, in the last video, we completed the tool call, but the issue was it was a very static tool call and we were not getting any dynamic information as of now. Now, I am going to integrate with the external API. We are going to use weather map API. I already have that link ready, and that link I am going to utilize to create a fetch request and to make a get request to that API to get the details about the weather for that particular city. So let's take, I will just write my function like async function fetch weather, and let's take it. It is going to get the city name. We are going to use a try catch block here, error, and whatever the error that comes out of it, we are going to console error in getting weather, in fetching weather. Here, I am going to provide the URL. So the URL I have ready. So the URL that I'm going to utilize is this. Sorry. So the URL that I'm going to use is this. So here it has an API key and it has a city name. So I'm going to put that city name in the, since it is a template tutorial, I can just provide the city name here and I need the API key. So let's keep this API key also as a part of a string. So process.env dot, or I will just initialize it somewhere else. But for now, I'm just going to keep it in API. So whether API key, and I pasted the API key. Now I'm going to put it here as in like const whether API key is equals to process.env dot, and let me just copy that name of the variable as this, or it has to be empty string. So we are going to utilize the same weather API key, and once we provide that, I'm going to make a fetch request. So const response is equals to await fetch URL and const data await rest.json, return whatever the data that you get from here. So this is a fetch call that I made just now. We are going to utilize this fetch call to, I'm just going to change here with fetch weather, and I'm going to provide the city.name. That's it. So after making these changes, not the city name, it has to be input.city. And after doing this, it will be able to make a fetch call to the city that we are looking for. So I will just try calling it up. And let's see what output do we get. And we will see all the tools that has been called, what are the outputs, and how many steps it has gone through in order to execute it. Okay, as we see here, there are a lot of process. That human message was what is the weather in Bangalore. AI message reverted with a tool call, which has an tool calls name city as Bangalore. It took that city, it tried to call that API to get the weather of that city, and then AI message, here's the current weather in Bangalore, Karnataka. So we got this response. If I just try to pass it Pune, and let's see the output now. And then this part is done, wherein we not only call the tool call, but we made an external API call to get the weather details. Similarly, we can have multiple tools attached. This is one tool. We can have multiple tools and we can pass it to the agent. So it will be able to take care of everything. And if we just see the final output, here's the current weather in Pune, India, temperature 19.2 degrees Celsius, feels like 19.2, and all these details. So this is a raw example of how to utilize the create agent function in LangChain and to call the tools as well as the other things. In the next part, we are going to look each and every concept in detail. So see you in the next video.